Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Donnie, coming back to you guys today with another video. It's be a quick video, but last night, we got a major update actually for the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports. It was a great quality of life update, which we all love to see, obviously, because a lot of people were speculating they're going to just drop these ports and leave them. But I think the amount of feedback that they've been getting and how much people truly love it, and they've been showing that to them, they're like full on supporting it, which I'm all for it. I love that they're doing that. I hope they continue doing that. That's great. Especially, I think they were especially surprised because there was actually a stat that came out today that the BO1 and BO2 ports, just on the PS4 and 5, have more players than Black Ops 7 combined on all platforms, including PC, which is kind of crazy, but it's valid. I mean, it's very warranted. BO2 and BO1, where everybody loves these games. But with that being said, we're gonna hop right into it. They gave it a great quality of life and just a great update in general. That's gonna help the game so much more, and I'm really glad they did. So they posted an announcement on the official Call of Duty Updates Twitter, or X, that BO1 and BO2 on PS4 and PS5 players are now able to matchmake with one another between the PS4 and PS5. So they're crossplay. Great. That's actually amazing to hear, because originally they weren't crossplay, which I kind of don't get why, because it's a game off the PS3. It's not remastered or anything, so they should be able to play no problem. The 4 can handle it easily, no problems. And I think they realized that. So PS4 to PS5 players, they can all play together. They say there's no other cross-platform play with like PS3 or other hardware platforms. We know that. We've known that since they announced this. But PS4 and PS5 can play, which is great, because I have a few friends that are still on PS4, and they weren't able to enjoy it and have as much fun with us, unless you switch to the PS4 version. And now you can play with both. And speaking of the PS4 version, you can actually switch to the PS4 version and play it on your PS5. Some people have been doing it because apparently it runs smoother, because the PS4, especially since I have the Pro, I guess, it's not trying as hard to optimize a game from 2012 and 2010, which can create it to have some issues. So people have been playing the PS4 version, but there's a couple settings you can change manually to make it run smoother, which I will show you guys in a minute here. But when you play on the PS4 or the PS5 version, doesn't matter which version you play, the progress is also cross-platform, so it saves. So like, let's say I hit Prestige on my PS5 version, and I want to go play on the 4, I don't start over. The progress carries. You got it all. You don't get stuck to one system once you switch to it, which I love that. That's great news. You can crossplay. Your progress saves on both versions. You can play both versions, and depending on whatever version you or your friends are on, it doesn't matter, because you guys can all play together. Great quality of life update. I love that. And then another big thing they did, season pass holders, which is what they're calling it, but it's just basically all the DLC packs that came out for both games. If you buy it, you get all the DLCs that those games ever had. If you have the season pass, you're able to matchmake with non-season pass holders, which is again with both titles, which is great, because one of the biggest matchmaking issues and what can cause it to lag or be a struggle, I guess, to find certain games, was because if you didn't have the DLC packs, you can't matchmake with people that do, depending on certain maps. That's no longer an issue. Let's say it's like Nuketown. Even if you don't have the DLC packs, you can still play Nuketown, obviously. So everybody would matchmake into that game if there's an open spot. That's really good. Once again, great quality of life update. I love that Activision's doing this, and they're actually taking care of the game and giving us what we want to just make the experience good and continue having it good like it's been. That's great. And it's across both titles for 4 and 5, so I love that. There's a couple things that still need some help, like the BO1 sniping. It was the pre-patched ones. So BO1, when it first came out, the sniping was not that great. They've updated it and made it better, but we got the earlier version, and the sniping ain't that great on it. So hopefully they can address that and give us the updated version. There's some people complain about dead zone and input lag. I kind of have noticed it a little bit, but it's not the worst. These settings I'm going to show you guys now are going to actually help. Matchmaking, backfilling. So yeah, that's the matchmaking still has some issues, especially like when you're mid game and people leave it won't refill it back up apparently. I haven't really run into that problem, but a lot of people have been, so it's probably a clear issue. So hopefully they'll address that. And then connectivity, so like joining and inviting friends. Yeah, you guys have seen on my streams when I stream, when you try to invite people or join your friends, it's laggy and just doesn't work. It doesn't show them up on your list. We join each other through the PS Party, so I hope they can fix that, especially now that it's crossplay. Maybe it will be fixed. I haven't played it yet since the update went live. But yeah, one of the biggest things is the friends list thing, refill the lobbies, and fix up that matchmaking. But besides that, everything else we've gotten, it's great. And I'm very, very happy about that. Love that Activision's doing it. They're giving us everything we want and everything we love. Great, great job by them. And I hope they continue supporting the game. And it'll stay popping as long as it doesn't get filled with hackers and stuff. It should stay working and be fine. So I don't think there's going to be issues with hackers this time around, which I hope Activision continues to support the game and allow it to stay the way it is so we can continue playing and it doesn't end up like the PS3 and 360 versions where there was hackers everywhere, mod menus, all that. Because the people that have been doing like joining the Discord server links that people have been posting to get like all the unlocks, it's like not crazy mods, but they're like unlock everything and get prestige, all that stuff. They're getting permabanned to the point where like even the hackers that are doing it and they like narrow it down and they find the person that's like spreading this stuff, they ban the console, so you can't even make a new account and play the game, like unless you want to go buy a PS5 every single day and play and then get banned and go buy another one. They're not letting that slide this time around, which I'm happy. Let them keep doing it. Don't let them ruin this for us. We've waited so long for this. We want it to last as long as it possibly could. So good on Activision. They're not letting anything happen to it. I love that. And like I said, they're giving us great quality of life updates, which is great. That's the news we have for now. They'll probably address the other stuff more later down the line, but great news for now. And it's going to only enhance the experience and make it more fun, and we'll be able to have more people in the streams who are on the PS4 finally play with us. But with that being said, I want to show you guys a couple settings that actually help and enhance your experience on the 5. So one of the biggest things people say is just play the PS4 version. I don't know exactly how bad it is on the 5 because my Pro actually hasn't really given me issues. A couple here and there, like the dead zones and stuff like that, but that's not really a issue based on the console. I think the whole issue is because the PS5 is trying really hard to play it in 4K or 1440p, but those games don't correspond well because they're games from more than 10 years ago, and they were never built to run that, and I think the console trying to run it like that is not helping them at all. That's why the 4 runs them a lot smoother than the 5 does, but there is a way to fix that. So like a lot of people have been saying, just play the PS4 version. I play the 5 version, and I haven't noticed an issue because I already have these settings saved because my capture card is a 1080p high-resolution capture card. So my console automatically set to 1080p when my capture card is plugged in instead of 1440p. But there's a few settings that I already have, like I said, set, and I'm going to show you guys right now. If you set these on your 5, your 5 should run fine, and you shouldn't notice any issues. If you still notice issues, then you can play the PS4 version. Because one of the other good things about it, when you buy the game, they give you both PS4 and 5 versions, so you can run whichever one you want. But I would first try these settings. So go to settings, go to screen and video. If you go to video output, resolution, mine's set to automatic because I have a capture card. So 1440p and 2160p is not supported. Like once again, I said 1080p capture card is what I'm using, high resolution. So that's automatically set to 1080p or automatic. I have mine set to automatic depending on the game, but just for the sake of the video, we'll do 1080p resolution. That's set. Don't do 1480p or 1440p or anything higher than 1080 because like I said, these games originally when they came out on the PS3, they were like 600p. And so now they've been updated to run on 1080 for the new consoles, which is great, but don't try to push them to like 4K and stuff. They will not handle it well. So change your resolution to 1080p. Back out of this, go down to save data in game/app settings, and if you go game presets, performance mode and resolutions, make sure you have it on default. Don't do performance mode. I don't know if it's a different screen for the PS5, the regular. I have the Pro, so maybe I have more options for performance mode, but I'm pretty sure it's the same for all. This is how it looks on my Pro, though, at least. Don't check performance mode. Once again, it's going to try to push the game a lot harder than the game can kind of handle, in a sense. It's not exactly what it does word for word, but kind of like an idea of how it works. Once again, leave it on game default so it can run at the best optimization that you can have it at. Try these two settings, game default and then 1080p. If you still have issues, which you really shouldn't after, but some people are like claiming and dying on the hill that the PS4 version does run better even with these settings. I feel like it depends person to person, because I haven't had that issue. A lot of people I know on PS5 haven't had that issue, but then some people are saying their 5, even with these settings, wasn't running well, so they downloaded the 4 version. It runs better. Try both, but if you do these settings and try it, play it, and it runs okay, I don't think you need the PS4 version. But if you do, then that's perfectly fine, because like I said, that great quality of life update they just gave us, you have crossplay, and doesn't matter what version you're on. So just an overall great update. Like I said, try these settings, and if you have to do the other variations to make it work better, it works perfect because of these quality of life updates they've given us in the crossplay, and we should be all good. So I just wanted to hop on and give that update. Great Call of Duty update that they gave us last night, and then just also show you guys the settings if you guys are having those issues that you should check and try to fix if you're having issues. But with that being said, we're gonna probably be streaming some more BO1 and BO2 tonight, when the video drops within a few hours. So hopefully I'll catch you guys there. If not, I hope this video was helpful, and let's hope Activision continues updating it and taking care of these games. And I think that should be fine as long as hackers and people don't get in, but the way they've been treating them and staying on top of it, it looks like it won't happen, and I hope it stays that way. So very good quality of life update. I'm happy with it. Let me know if this was helpful for you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the stream later. And yeah, hopefully all you guys enjoyed playing BO1 and BO2. I know I've been. It's been a blast. Everyone's been online playing it again, and it just feels good to be back. Call me Status, man, but I love reliving my childhood and playing these games. This is what Call of Duty is to me. I love it, and it feels good to be able to play them again. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share it to everyone you know. Road to 1.3k subs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.